Is mold on my sourdough starter harmful? Have you ever spotted something fuzzy on your sourdough starter and wondered if it's safe to use? This is a common worry for many home bakers. To understand this better, let's look at what a sourdough starter is and how mold interacts with it. A sourdough starter is a blend of flour and water that captures wild yeasts and beneficial bacteria from the air. These microorganisms ferment the mixture, giving sourdough its unique flavor and leavening power. A healthy starter is usually acidic, which helps keep harmful invaders like mold at bay. However, mold can still show up, especially if your starter is new, not acidic enough, or stored improperly. Mold thrives in warm and moist conditions and can be introduced through contaminated tools, flour, or poor storage practices. When mold appears, it typically looks like fuzzy spots in colors such as green, black, or white on the surface of the starter. From a culinary standpoint, mold on a sourdough starter is not safe to eat. Consuming food with mold can lead to health issues like nausea, vomiting, or allergic reactions. Even if you scrape off the visible mold, invisible spores and toxins may still linger, making the entire starter unsafe for baking. To prevent mold from forming, keep your workspace clean and use sanitized tools. Regularly feed your starter to keep it active and acidic. Store your starter in a container with a loose-fitting lid. This allows for some air exchange while preventing mold spores from settling on the surface. If your starter is new, be extra cautious, as younger starters are more susceptible to mold growth. If you discover mold on your sourdough starter, most baking experts suggest discarding it and starting fresh. While it can be disappointing, this is the safest option for home baking. Some advanced techniques involve trying to salvage a starter by removing a small portion from below the mold and feeding it in a new, clean container. However, this method carries risks and is not generally recommended for home cooks. In summary, mold on a sourdough starter is harmful and should not be used in your baking. Good culinary techniques focus on cleanliness, regular feeding, and proper storage to keep your starter healthy and free from mold. If mold does appear, starting over is the best practice for ensuring safety and quality in your sourdough bread.